Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cole. I love makeup, I love colour, and I love this palette. I cannot believe we are already at our Q1 update for this palette. We're just going to ignore this situation. This guy is new. He's a little sore, so I don't really want my sleeve touching him. So we're just going to have this like this, and we're just going to pretend that it's not. Basically. But today I've got my March Pan That Palette update, my Q1 update. I cannot believe that it has been 3 months. That is insane. I'm still really enjoying panning this palette. I'm still really enjoying keeping up with other people's Pan That palettes. So today we're going to do my update. I've got some really good usage. We have got a new pan. I'm going to talk about what I'm going to focus on for April. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. This is what the palette is looking like. And if you are eagle-eyed, this is our new pan. This is the first matte pan I've reached, so I'm very excited about that one. We're going to go into it today. I'm going to talk about what I'm focusing on and our usage for this month as well as the quarter. Okay, so my focus shades this month were a lot of the kind of pinks and purples. Obviously that benefited and did pay off, so I'll let you know if it was a focus shade. Again, my focus shades I was trying to use 3 times. There's a couple that we did not reach that goal on, unfortunately. But yeah, let's get into it. So first off, we've got the shade Good Vibes. This one I've used once this month. This is a total of 5 uses for the quarter. We've not got a lot of movement on that one, but I feel like it's going to be a fairly easy one to get to when I get to it. Next up, the shade Tarot. Again, I've used this one once this month. That is 7 total uses for the quarter. Next up we have Dawn. I used this one twice this month. We've got a little dip forming in this one. We've used this one 5 times in the quarter. Okay, next up, Red Planet. I seem to be very consistently using this one 3 times per month. We have 9 total uses for the quarter, and we have got a little dip going on in that one. My first focus shade for March, unfortunately we didn't reach the goal on this one. This one is Space Jam. I used this one twice. This was also a focus shade in Feb. I think this one is going to be one of the ones I struggle with, and I don't really know why. But something about it I'm struggling with. So we've used that one a total of 5 times this quarter. Next up, we have What's Your Sign, Hun? Use this once. Again, another total of 5 uses per quarter. I think this row is definitely going to be one I have to kind of focus on. I'm thinking probably for the autumn. It makes sense for me, this row, to use for the autumn. And then finally, for the first row, we have Angel of the North. We use this one 3 times this quarter, and we've used that one a total of 9. I used it 3 times in March. We've used it a total of 9 times this quarter. Again, we've got a little dip, but it is very deep and it's quite hard pressed. So I think that one's going to be not the easiest, but not the most difficult. Okay, moving on to the next row. We've got Halo. I think this one's going to be a fairly easy pan, to be honest. This one is, we used it 3 times in March, so a total of 7 uses this quarter. 22, one of my favourite shades in the palette. This one we used 3 times in March. There's a total of 11 uses on that one, and that's going to be one of my first focus shades for April. Basically for April, I'm trying to focus on anything that's got a good dip in it, so we can hopefully get some more pans, because although 3 pans is amazing, considering this is my first ever Pan That palette, we are a whole quarter in, so I want to get some movement. So this is going to be our first focus shade. I'm going to swatch my focus shades out for you. So that is the first focus I've got. Very much, we're going to ignore the purple. We'll cover that up shortly. Okay, next shade, and another one of my focus shades for April. This is Sand Dancer. I really struggled with this one in the first month. But since then I have used that one quite a lot. We've used that one total 4 times this month for a total of 9 uses in the quarter. This one's got a really good dip going in it. These shimmers are pretty easy to hit pan on, I would say. So that is that one. Just a nice little shimmery yellow. Okay, next up we've got Affirmation, a very basic shade. I've used that one 6 times in total. I used it once this month. I'm not bothered about this one. It's going to be a fairly easy pan, I think, when I do start kind of using it regularly. Milky Way, obviously we had a pan in this one in February. I have used it 3 more times for a total of 17 uses. I'm not particularly not using them because I've hit pan, I'm just not kind of focusing on them. Okay, Ethereal. This was my second March focus shade. I used this one 8 times this month, which is crazy. We've used this one a total of 15 uses in this quarter. We've got a little bit of a dip. It's quite like a light shade, so I don't have to use like a lot of it. But yeah, that one I think is going to be fairly easy. Okay, Natural Beauty, a beautiful like peachy shade. Again, another focus for this month. I've used this one 3 times, and that is 8 total uses in quarter 1. This one hasn't got as much movement as I'd like. I think when I do my row of kind of oranges, I'm going to pull this one in as well, but we did hit this month's goal. Okay, Soulmate is a lovely deep purple. I've used this one 3 times this month, again hitting my March usage goal. I've used that one a total of 13 times this quarter. Now this month has been the only month so far that I've not used all shades. So first one, this was a focus shade and I haven't used it this month. It is Galactic. We've used that one for a total of 4 uses in the project so far. Definitely want to focus on this one a little bit further down the line again. Okay, Daydreamer. Again, I've used this one a lot. I love a lilac, you guys know this. This one we've used 6 times. That's a total of 12 uses in this quarter. We've got a little dip going on, nothing too crazy, but we'll get there with that one, I think. And then Alien, we weren't focusing on this one this month. This one I used twice. We've used that one a total of 5 times in the quarter. Again, I think that's going to be a pretty easy one, especially during like the summer to autumn transition. Okay, Retrograde, our first matte pan. I hit pan on this one on the 27th of March with a total of 13 uses. I've used it 6 times this month for a total of 14 uses this quarter. I'm really happy with this pan. It's quite a big pan considering the shade. So yeah, very, very pleased with that one. And again, that was a focus shade. We've got Rose Quartz next to it. We've used this one a total of 4 times this month. This one was again focused and we hit the goal on that. We've used that 7 times in this quarter. Next shade is another pinky shimmer. This one is Love Aura. This one's a bit pinky, whereas Rose Quartz is a little bit more kind of orangey pink almost. This was a focus shade. Unfortunately, didn't hit the goal in this one. We've used this one 2 times for a total of 6 uses in this quarter. Okay, next up, some of the ones I've been struggling a little bit with. This is Starry Eyed. We used this one once this month for a total of 5 uses. Yeah, not great, not horrific. Okay, Intention. This is my next April focus shade. This one's got a really good dent in it. It's very easy to use. We've used it 5 times this month for a total of 16 uses this quarter. We've definitely got a good dip in here. I've been using this one just every day to like set my lid. It's just basically slightly darker than my skin tone. Yeah, you can barely even see the swatch, but it's just ever so slightly darker than my skin tone. And I think that one's going to be pretty easy. Okay, Confetti was my second pan of February. I haven't used that one at all this month, but we've used that one a total of 7 times this quarter. Next up, we've got Northern Star. I used this one once this month for a total of 9 uses. We have got a nice big dip in this one, so this one is going to be another April Focus shade. It's a very, very intense blue. Absolutely love it, and paired with these yellows, it's so, so beautiful. Okay, next up is Sunshine Skin. Haven't used this one this month at all. 4 uses this quarter. Not great, not terrible. But we did focus on this one last month, so I'm not too bothered. Then we've got Nefertiti. I used this one once this month. We've got a total of 7 uses on that one. There is a little bit of a din, not a lot. Again, that was one in my original video I thought I was going to struggle with. I'm just not a brown girly. I'm not a brown lover. I don't wear it very often. So I think, again, when we focus on these oranges, the brown may have to be pulled in. Okay, where am I up to? Heritage. We've used this one 4 times in total this quarter. Haven't used this one this month at all. Again, another one I think I am going to struggle with. It's a beautiful shade, just not the kind of shade I very often wear. Okay, next up we have Capricorn, which is another brown. We've used this one a total of 7 times. I didn't use this one this month at all. Yeah, I did think about potentially putting it in my brows because it's like quite like a grey toned brown. So maybe a little bit further down the line we will give that a go and see if we can get through some more of it. Okay, Zodiac, again, I haven't used this month. That's this shade here. We've used this one a total of 4 times this quarter. Again, not the easiest shade in the world, so I'm not too bothered about that. One of my next focus shades is this one here called Head in the Clouds. We've used this one 2 times this month for a total of 7 uses. It's a beautiful like light blue, but it's got a good dip in it. I feel like we could make some good progress on that one, focusing on it. Okay, Horizon I again wanted to focus on this month because I didn't use it enough last month. We actually managed to get 3 uses on this one, so smash that goal. We've used this one a total of 6 times. It's a really beautiful shade. It's almost like creamy. And I'm actually, the more I use it, the more I enjoy it. It's just like a really pretty like antique bronze colour. And I've actually been enjoying mixing it with some of the kind of brighter colours in here. Next up we have Serenity, which is our mint green. We've used that one once this month for a total of 6 uses on that one. I don't think I'm going to have any trouble with that one. I love, love, love the pastel. Jaded, which is the green, we've used once this month for, again, a total of 6 uses. I don't know about this one. I just find out of all the shimmers in the palette, it's just a bit like, it's fine. It's just not really bright enough, but it's also not really deep. I think we can get pan on it by the end of the year, but it's not my favourite shade in the palette. Okay, another one that I've kind of been mixing with things, but I have been sticking really to intention. This one is Full Moon. You can see there's some pink in there. I think at some point I mixed it with the pink. It's just slightly peachier than intention. I think that's going to be one I'm going to focus on once the Intention shade we've hit pan on, but we have used it 9 times this quarter, once this month, so not too bothered about that one. Okay, the next 5 shades I've not used at all this month, but we're going to go through the quarter uses. So we're going to start with Mother Earth. We've used this one a total of 4 times this quarter. Like I said, we've not used any of these 5 this month. But yeah, I think there's a good little dip in that actually, considering how deep that shade is. Orion, we've used a total of 4 times this month. Again, not amazing. A total of 4 times, sorry, this quarter. Haven't used this one this month. Next is Chakra. We've used this one a total of 5 times. Again, I don't think this is going to be a difficult one because it's quite kind of neutral and basic. I can kind of put it in the crease of basically anything. Celestial is beautiful. I just haven't been reaching for blues this month. We've used that one a total of 7 times. Crystal Clear, we've used 4 times this quarter. Again, no usage this month. And then also while we're here, Moonlit, I've not used this month. We've used that one a total of 5 times. Now the last shade in here is Tourmaline, which is the black. I had a goal to use this one 4 more times to reach 20 uses. I actually used it 7 times this month. So we've got a total of 23 uses on this shade. So without doubt my most used shade in the palette. Unfortunately, as you can probably see, the pan disturbance is pretty minimal. We've not got much of a dip, but I think because I'm consistently using this one like 7, 8, 9 times throughout the month, I think we should get there on this one. So these are our 5 focus shades this month. We're focusing on trying to hit pan. I think probably this month I can probably get Head in the Clouds and possibly also 22 panned. So the green and the sky blue shade. Northern Star, I just want to make a good dent in. And then Sand Dancer potentially, depending on what I do. And then with Intention, I'm just not sure how close I am, but we'll see. As you can see from the pan in retrograde, the pans are quite deep, but the shadows aren't that highly pressed. So, that is my quarter 1 update. I'm really impressed. I'm glad I've got 3 pans, but I definitely want to look at having, I think my goal for quarter 2 is to have at least 5 more pans. That'll get us to 8, but then we've still got a lot of usage on everything else, so hopefully like we should be able to do like kind of maybe like 8 to 10 in quarter 3. But we'll see how it goes. We've got 3 months. I'm going to keep working on this palette. I'm still really loving working on it. I think it's a great way for me to work on a palette because it's so varied. The only thing I'm a little concerned about are some of the neutrals, but we'll see how we get on. Let me know how you think I'm doing. How are you doing in your pan that palette? How many pans have you got in quarter 1? Let me know it all in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more project panning content from me, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye guys.